Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of the Racebox show. I'm Guillaume Alvarez and I'm here to keep you updated about the latest of the world of karting. Of course guys, this is a brand new project, which means it will evolve. And we want you to be a part of it and help us improve the program, of course. So don't hesitate to join the conversation in the comment section below. As you have probably noticed, we've started producing some original content on the Racebox website, including an interesting interview with McLaren front driver Lando Norris, as well as other discussions with recent champions and, more recently, an insight about what management can expect from young drivers. We also published an article about a new change in the regulations regarding the warm-up of engines that will no longer be permitted in the karting paddock. This latest news seems to have caught the attention of a lot of karting viewers, and some of you out there in the community have shared their worries, but for now, this new rule only applies to FIA karting competitions, cups and trophies. So the first big event of the year was the SKUSA Winter Series, with round 1 and 2 taking place last weekend at the Homestead Miami Motoplex circuit in South Florida with 230 drivers and quite lovely weather conditions. On Saturday, last year's FIA karting world champion Lorenzo Trovisanuto won the first race in the senior class, as did Luca Lange in the juniors and Rodrigo Piquet in the masters. The Pro Shifter class saw last year's SKUSA Pro 2 champion AJ Myers take the win, while the Master Shifter victory went to Jordan Mercer. Added for the first time to a Winter Series event, the K100 Junior category was dominated by Matteo Rubio Luengo, and the K100 Senior by Colton Ramsey. The final race of the Mini Swift fell into the hands of Miguel Costa, while in the Micro Swift, Matias Arguela showed no sign of weaknesses to dominate the field. Finally, reigning SKUSA Winter Series champion Colin Warren took the win in the Briggs 206 Senior class, with Eli Janko finishing first in the Briggs 206 Master. On Sunday, the second round of the series saw Ryan Norberg take the win in the Senior class, a race where Saturday's winner Lorenzo Trovisanuto only finished 4th. Justin Arsenault won the junior class, Jake Copeland in the Briggs 206 Junior, as well as Jorge Ruiz in the senior after the post-race disqualification of Janko. AJ Myers kept his momentum going with a second victory in the Pro Shifter class. Taylor Greenfield only finished 5th, while Jordan Mercer made it 2 again in the Shifter Master category. As he did at the first round, Matteo Rubio Luengo secured victory in the K100 Junior, while the senior classification went to Julia Boss. Finally, Renato David concluded what has been a fruitful weekend for him in the Masters, while further down, Kai Sorensen won the Mini Swift and Beckham Jacir the Micro Swift category. So that's it guys for the start of the 2019 Superkart USA season. Next round 3 and 4 of the Winter Series will take place on the similar track of Homestead Miami Motoplex circuit on February 7th to 10th. And if you're curious guys about how a lap around the Miami circuit goes, here's an onboard of Zane Maloney.
Let's go on a hot lap of the Homestead Miami circuit with Zane Maloney. Down the main straight, lining up the kart nicely to the right-hand side, then throw the kart over the curbs for 1, plenty on the exit for 2, that lines you up for the right-hander at 3. Again, lots of speed carried through. Now into a heavy braking zone for the left-hand hairpin. A little bit of curb on the middle part of the apex, straightens the kart up nicely as you head down the stretch into 5. This is a tight one, but you can carry a lot of speed through to the exit into the left-hander at 6, and then into 7. You're fast in, then you ease off the power and tighten up on the way through. It's a dusty circuit this, as you can see it's tricky to build a rhythm, but Zane is now into the last section of the circuit, plenty of lefts into short straights, lots of curb needed, plenty of confidence. Up to the final turn, throw the kart in, it plants nicely on the exit, and it's a pretty good lap, 46.8 seconds from the karting king of Barbados.
Let's now cross back the Atlantic Ocean guys to talk briefly about other upcoming events happening this time on the European karting scene. First of all, the Spanish Winter Series on January 19th and 20th. This is a brand new event brought to life by the Spanish Federation and the event promoter RGNMC. This will mark the start of the season for the Swiss company, which also promotes the Yami Euro Series and the FIA Karting European and World Championships for the second year in a row. Now, this new Spanish Winter Series is divided into 2 rounds, the first one taking place this weekend on the Cartódromo Internacional Lucas Guerrero near Valencia. This event mixes up different types of engine regulations with Yami X30, KZ, OK and OK Junior. As for the schedule, it's pretty much similar to the Spanish Karting Championship, with free practice taking place on Friday, qualifying heats on Saturday, pre-finals and finals on Sunday. Another event in an even warmer location is the Dubai Hot Plate. High temperatures and lots of drivers will indeed be expected for this 2-day of competition. Talking about the schedule, qualifying heats 1, 2 and 3 will take place on Friday the 18th, followed by pre-finals and finals on Saturday the 19th. We will have in total 7 Yami categories, with in order the Bambino, the X30 Cadet, the Junior, the Senior, the Shifter Veteran, the Master, as well as the Saudi World Series Senior and Master. A final quick word, guys, about 2 other upcoming events. First of all, this weekend, the collective test of the WSK at the Adria International Raceway, and the weekend after, on January 26 and 27, the karting exhibition taking place in Germany in Offenbach. This last info concludes the first episode of the Racebox show. Check out as well our latest publications on theracebox.com, including news, interviews and race reports. Thank you very much for watching, stay tuned and see you next time, guys.